What's going on, guys? Today we are at the 2025 New York Boat Show at the Javits Center. I'm here with my boy Cal from Fishing the Atlantic. I just want to make something clear. I do not know much about boats, so we are going to learn about boats together today. I'm going to show you some of the craziest boats with some of the craziest features. So without any further ado, let's head inside.
Welcome to the New York Boat Show. My name is Tim Ford. I'm with Regulator Marine. We are on the Regulator 31. What I'd like to do is start from the bow and work our way aft on the boat. The first thing you'll notice is if you're fishing, we have pop-up cleats. The cleats are designed so that when you're fishing, you won't snag it on a line as you're going by with your rod. What we also have is, everybody likes to have an anchor on the boat, so the advantage is old style anchor was on top, it would still be in the way. Our anchor now is down inside the anchor locker. It's down below, out of the way. You can control your anchor from here or from back at the helm station. As we start sliding aft, you'll notice there's an inside safety rail on both the port and starboard side. This way, if you're riding and you get a little off water, people can still sit up forward and just hold on as they're going. All of our seats, the forward seats, they're insulated. They're backlit. They drain overboard. If you also notice, I let go. Any hatch on a Regulator, if it opens less than 90 degrees, has gas shocks. These are your gas shocks. It holds it open. This way you can still work. You're not wasting harm on an elbow or your shoulder. You can work with two hands. As you noticed, this is all down, but we also have a pop-up backrest on both the port and starboard side. So you can sit up here comfortably. You have cup holders. You have USB ports. So this way it's modern technology, but you can still run everything, because traditionally, if a lot of people are there fishing, they're cruising, the people that just want to sit and cruise, they sit up here. If you're fishing, you fit in the back of the boat. This area right here, you have two things. You have a large fish box that has a macerator pump because it's below the water line. I mentioned earlier, all the forward seats drain overboard. This has a macerator pump because it's below the water line. If you notice, if you look forward and aft, you can store 6 rods in here under lock and key. As we slide towards the console, you have built-in armrests, but you also have an insulated cooler. Put your ice, your gear, and everything else here, and this also drains overboard. Nothing drains to the deck. As we come around to the port side, you'll notice the windshield has an open vented window, and it has a windshield wiper. Down inside, let me slide in. You have access to your battery switches. Your breakers are just inside the console. If you need to work on the boat, you don't have to be a contortionist. Everything is readily available. Here's your batteries, your controls. If you have to work on your electronics, everything is right here. Everything's readily accessible. The head is purposely put in here on an angle so you have a little more working room. You have extra rod storage down in here. You have access to your windshield wiper if you have to, but everything is controlled right here. You have a freshwater electric head. You don't have the manual foot pump anymore. Do what needs to be done, turn the key, and you're done. You're out of here. You also have a vanity sink. So a lot of times you're getting a lot more families instead of just fishing people. So you have the electric head, the vanity sink, the rod storage, and let's start sliding aft. As soon as you get back, you're down behind the helm station. You have your built-in garment. You have your built-in dry storage in the forward. Up here, you have the Yamaha Helm Master for joystick control. Joystick controls allows you to move the boat in any direction. Forward, backward, sideways, 45 degrees. It also has a thing called set point. So if you're fishing over a wreck, you can actually hit a button that's tied to the GPS, which comes standard on the boat, and will hold you on the wreck. You have built-in glove box that again also has USB ports. Place to store your cell phones, place to store, and also recharge it. Now this particular boat, the 28 and larger, are 28, 31, and 34, does not come with traditional trim tabs. It comes with what's called Seakeeper Ride. Seakeeper Ride is updated over 100 times per second. It eliminates the use of trying to change your trim tabs when you're running. It automatically adjusts if the weight's on the boat. You have your tackle center, individual footrests, individual seats. Pop-down armrest, more cup holders. So you have cup holders here on the boat, they are on the console, cup holders here. Now this particular boat has what's called the mezzanine seat option, not the standard tackle center. The advantage of the mezzanine seat option is you have an additional 2 seats. So if you're going offshore, you can actually watch your rods, watch everything while you're setting it up. You have a freshwater washdown, the blue hose. and you have a saltwater wash down. So when you're coming in, you can hose your boat down, get your boat clean in. If you caught a fish, you can take the salt water and just hose everything down. This has plenty of tackle storage and a seat that allows you to sit up on the mezzanine seat. Lots of extra tackle storage. And then drawers for storage. Drawers for storage. Our 31, you can also, 31 and larger, we also have a thing called a gyro stabilizer. It's a Seakeeper stabilizer. It is a gyro stabilizer. The boat will still go up and down, but it eliminates the pitch, the rock, and the roll. So if you're in rough water, you turn that thing on and your boat is solid. What I have here is, I'm going here, Mike, excuse me.
To the end of the, it's not 32 feet.
That is, I'm sorry, that is access to your bilge. If you notice, we have extra buckets in here. For bucket, you can throw in rags, cleaners. But if you notice, the bilge is finished. So if you had to work down in there, it's a finished piece. You can sit down. Everything for safety reasons below the waterline is double hose clamp. This ladder is for your sideway dive door. Your dive door. There's still a ladder in the bracket. Coast Guard requires if you fall overboard, you still have to have access to a ladder. But by having an extra ladder, if your kids are swimming and everything else, they're away from the outboards or away from the engine. It's just safer. So it's a tuna door, much easier access for entry level. We have an extra seat built in. Hideaway transom. That is on a 23, 25, 28, 31, 34. It's on all our boats, as larger boats. Extra more, and you also have more tackle storage. Now this particular boat, we have standard rod holders. We also offer combination cup holder rod holders. So if you have a drink, you can still put a drink in there, and you also still use it as a rod holder. It's a matter of how are you going to use your boat. Going aft, you have access to a live well and access to a fish box. Now, like I said, this is a 31. It's 31 to the transom. We still have a bracket and we still have a twin 450s back there. So you still have the power, you have the range. The overall length of the boat is really 37.5 feet. Let me take you behind the boat and show you the advantages of the bracket. Now we're back at the transom. Earlier I mentioned the Seakeeper ride. These are the automatic trim tabs. They automatically adjust over 100 times per second. It eliminates the need to try to rebalance the boat every time the weight shifts or the weather changes. This automatically does it. You have access to the boarding ladder. You have the tuna dive door for swimming with us, but in an emergency, you also have a hideaway ladder built into the bracket. It was 31 feet to here. It's 37.5 feet back here. The advantages of the bracket. The hull itself, all our offshore lines have 24-degree dead rise hulls. It shows you the angle of the hull. The bracket has the same thing. The advantage is, traditionally you used to put an outboard on a transom. Then you had to come in 3 feet for an engine welding to tip your engine up. Then you have 2 feet of storage. So your traditional boat just got 5 feet shorter. We have a 2-foot transom. By extending the bracket, our 31-foot boat really has 34 feet of running surface. When the water clears the hull, it gets into the bracket. By pushing the bracket up, it pushes the bow down. It gives you a better hole shot, you plane out faster, and you have more running surface. You also have cleaner water to your props. Traditionally, if you put an engine on a transom, that's where all the clutter is, the turbulence, the bubbles, and everything else. So the traditional boat had less efficiency. This gives you better efficiency and cleaner water to the props. The way that you can, depending on how you rig it, if you get it with Helmmaster and you add the gyro stabilizer, that could add approximately $75,000 to the boat. So it's a matter of how you want your boat built. This particular boat does not have outriggers, which are an option. You can get a curtain enclosure, which allows you in the Northeast, you can go out in May and April. You can stay out till October, November. It keeps you warmer and it keeps you drier. So it's a matter of how you want to rig the boat. This can go anywhere from $550,000 to $650,000, depending on how you want your boat rigged. The boat show special. This boat, the way this boat is rigged, it has a list price of $570. New York Boat Show special, $512,900.
All All right, guys, I'm standing in front of a $2 million fishing boat / yacht. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna have one of the reps give a little breakdown of the different features and all the bells and whistles so y'all can get an idea of why this boat costs so much. And let me know in the comments if you think it's worth it. Would you purchase a $2 million fishing boat / yacht? All right, let's get into it.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan. I'm here with Waterfront Marine and HCB Yachts. We're standing on the all-new 48 Campione. You're looking at about $2 million right here, 2.6 retail. We've got our show special going on. That's gonna get you quad 600 Mercury motors, giant live wells. It's like watching you're baiting an aquarium there. Exceptional attention to craftsmanship on our rocket launchers. All the finish in our cabins, our exteriors, our interiors, everything is yacht grade. Really a remarkable boat. If we move forward, I'll show you guys the helm. We've got a couple people exploring the helm here, but we've got HCB's proprietary bolt system. Can control the entire vessel through this system. We've got access to all of our lights, all of our pumps, all of our systems on board through that. Giant sun pad, contoured so you stay in the seat. You don't slide out when you're doing 70 miles an hour offshore in this Titan. You have a bow table in the front here, raises up and down. You can make it a giant sun pad, comfortable dining table, or else put it away and get on some fish. Feel free to take a look in the cabin down there. You'll see all high gloss teak finish, Corian countertops, enclosed head with an overhead shower. Coming back to our bolt system here, I'll show you guys a couple of the bells and whistles, the lighting. Bring it up on the Garmin screen. Exterior lights, if we go into our RGB control, you can change the color of all the lights on this boat. Make them whatever you want to be. Set it up nice and bright, getting ready for a canyon trip. Or else put those things on multicolor for an ultimate party on the water. I think that's all we got for you today, but come down to the New York show and check us out. We'll be in Atlantic City as well.
I'm Bobby Calfo with Boston Whaler. I'm here aboard the 33 Vantage. It's a new model for us, replacing the 320 Vantage. A very successful boat for us. We asked a lot of our customers when we were in the design phase for this boat, what are some of the things you loved about your 320 and what are some of the things you'd like to see changed or some opportunities that we could improve? So we developed the 33 Vantage here. We learned a couple things from those interviews. One of them, our customers wanted to see the opportunity to have a full windshield. So if you look in the front of this boat, it has a full windshield all the way up to the front, giving you weather protection. One of the other things that we learned is that we wanted to maximize our seating underneath the hardtop so you could have some coverage. So with the full windshield, you can do a weather curtain package all the way around here. You can actually enclose the cockpit area. Got great seating, some extra seating behind the helm here. We have a very versatile dinette area here where it can transform into chaise lounges, both rear facing and forward. Still have an ample cockpit space back here where you can still do your fishing. Extra seating is standard, which will come out here. Notice the nice, big, heavy-duty commercial-grade hardware, all 316 stainless steel, built to last. And it's tucked nicely away, so you can still fish. Sink in the back, live well. One of the other things we did is we moved the transom door to the port side of the boat. Previously, it was here on the starboard side, along with the dive door. If you look at the dive door, you can see the attention to detail, how thick our gunnels are here. That's due to our Unibond construction. That's the secret of our unsinkability that we're known for. Essentially, with every Boston Whaler, you have two hulls. You have an exterior hull and an inner hull. The inner hull will sit down into the exterior hull, and they're bonded together with a fiberglass weld. Once those are clamped together and toggled up, we inject a two-part foam that expands and secures at a very, very high pressure. That bonds to both hulls, making a one-piece inseparable mass. That's the source of our unsinkability. You can cut the boat in half. It will still float. It also gives you a lot of structural stability in that every square inch of the hull is actually structural.
Can we do like a tour in here, like any other, is that a table? What is that?
It is. Yeah, so these guys are kind of talking here, so I don't want to interrupt them.
Gotcha.
so we'd probably have to come back to do that. That's the trick on a Saturday at a boat show. We're trying to.
Busy, yeah.
It is super busy. Yeah, correct.
Talk about the
Absolutely, yeah. So, so this particular boat is equipped with twin V10 Mercury engines. These V10 engines they're naturally aspirated V10s, but they're actually the quietest engines that Mercury offers. Turning a big 18-inch prop, they can push a lot of water. They push this boat around 56 miles an hour. Cruising is going to be around 32, and it's still very fuel efficient as well.
Guess we just got it.
Yeah, we'll kind of wait from there. We can maybe go to the front here. Yep. I'll squeeze by here, guys. Sorry.
The maintenance cost is still low.
So as we come to the front of the boat, you'll notice with the full glass windshield, when you look at a lot of our hardware, that's one of the things that sets us apart as well. Very, very robust, commercial grade strength. Every Boston whaler is known for its durability. But here we have a very large piece of glass. You can look at the framework at how thick and robust it is. This is a very heavy piece. But part of what we did is we engineered an actuator that at the dampening system, so I can lift this with just a couple fingers.
Recently, they actually just came out with
If you come down and accidentally drop it, oh my goodness, it'll soft close. So ease of use.
Can we see that one more
Sure.
time?
So lifting it with one hand, and then if you accidentally drop it, whoops, soft closing. Yeah. So here we are at the front of the boat. Ample room up in the bow. Armrests that come down. There is an optional table up front with a filler cushion that you can lower down to make a full bed, or you can raise it up and have a dining area. In the front of the boat here, we also have a through-hull windlass. So when we open this up for your anchor, all down below goes through the bow, so everything is tucked away nice and neat. If you notice, everything is finished smooth gel coat finish. That is actually the inner hull that you're looking at. Optional boarding ladder, if you wanted to get on from the boat at the front of the boat, would go right here. When you close this, you also have a nice large boarding platform in the front from getting on from the dock. We also locate a freshwater shower in the bow, and we have one in the aft of the boat as well.
Is there anything else that we can cover in the meantime, or is that?
In the floor, yeah. So down here in the floor, we have more storage, but it also acts as a fish box. Because our hulls are foam filled, this is essentially like a Yeti with 800 horsepower on it. You can store your fish down here and then pump that overboard also.
Sound system on this boat. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we have a JL Audio sound system. It's a premium audio package that we have in it. Subwoofer, amplifiers, JL Audio marine grade componentry. That is actually standard with this boat. You notice the vents here. So this is for the cabins down below. So you can get some fresh air down in the So on this side of the boat, one of the things we also found was that most of our customers are using this as a day boat. So instead of spending the night on it, they would just go out for the day and come back. So in the previous model, we had a larger sleeping berth on this side, and then we had a smaller head on this side. So what we did is we inverted the two. So we have a larger, easier, more accessible head now on the port side of the boat, and then a smaller storage berth here on the right. You can get out of the sun if you need to, but you're ideally not going to be sleeping on it very often anyway.
You said the price is getting right.
Yeah, I believe it is.
All right.
Yeah, so there you go. So here we are at the helm. So we have a bolster seat that comes up, so you can use it as so you can use it as a leaning post, and it's actually electrically actuated too. So this will go up and down all with the touch of a button. Same on the port side, where you have a companion seating where you can seat two people side by side. Still have some bolsters as well that will flip up. here and here. On this side is the head that I mentioned, which the lights are off. So vacuum flush head, full sink, pull-out shower head, easily accessible from the front, nice large door with magnetic catch.
All right, guys, we are in the Edgewater section right now, and we have a 34 right to my right, and we have I think that's a 26 to my left. Both of these boats are really, really beautiful, but I think for the purpose of this video, since we've gone over so many big boats already, we're going to go over the 26 because that might be the boat that'll be more suitable to most of the fishermen that fish in, New York City. So let's go check it out.
Hey everybody, my name is Robert with Modern Yachts, the Hamptons-based Edgewater boats dealer. I'm here at the New York Boat Show at the Javits Center in Manhattan. I'm going to run through Edgewater's 262cc right here, point out some key features, and give you some pricing on this awesome boat. This color here is known as Stars and Stripes. You've got Stars and Stripes hull, white gel coat with a tan interior. This boat is a single piece infused hull, which means that the stringer system and the hull are infused together in one piece, giving you no weak points. Infusion makes the boat a little bit lighter, much stronger, and a bit more fuel efficient. Walking onto the boat, we're going to pass by twin white Yamaha 200 motors with digital steering and electronic throttles. First thing you'll notice in the boat, rod holders on the transom and a retractable ski pylon. This boat features a side door, which is great for dragging in large fish or easy access at the dock for coolers or people that might need a little bit of help boarding the boat. In-deck fish boxes, macerated overboard. You've got tackle station here and a nice prep station behind the helm seats. This boat is gorgeous. I like to call this the wine and cheese station. Moving forward, you can see a swim ladder storage for that side door. Beautiful double helm seat. Edgewater is a yacht quality brand with yacht quality materials such as vinyl. They use different resins and matting for their boats that are better than most of the other brands. Your helm setup here features twin Garmin 16-inch screens. We have the joystick, Yamaha joystick helm master that's got autopilot, fish point features, full maneuverability, as well as additional electronic anchor features. Full stereo system with JBL audio. Introduced this year is the Seakeeper Ride system, which is an active trim tab system that will level the boat while you're running in heavy chop. It's an amazing addition to these boats. It comes standard on the Edgewaters. 3/16 stainless hardware, powder coated rails, additional storage cabinets, additional storage under the seats, and of course also standard on every Edgewater is a full windlass system. You've got an integrated windshield that goes to the hardtop for lots of protection, and check out this head. Full stand up. If you need to change or do some things down here, you can easily go down there, shower off, and everything drains overboard. Edgewaters are fully foamed boats that are also rated as unsinkable. Edgewater is a premium brand that you're always going to see a higher return on trade-in values and resale values as well. This boat, MSRP's at $330, boat show deal, $281,000.
Hey, I'm Blade with SI Yachts, and this is the 2025 Pardo 43 that we have on display at the New York City Boat Show. We're retailing this boat at $1.597 million, and come check it out. The coolest features about this boat is all the exterior entertainment space you're going to have. Starting on the transom here, you've got a large sunbed. We've got a nice 6-top dinette here, summer galley featuring a refrigerator, ice maker. We've got 2 beverage coolers under the seats here. These seats are also really versatile. You can make them forward or aft facing when you're underway. The summer kitchen here's got a little sink, and you could either do a 2-burner stovetop like this or a grill. One of the nice features on this boat is the large hardtop. It's made of carbon fiber to reduce the weight. We've also got an electric bimini here. It's a sure shade, so you can get plenty of sun protection when you're anchored. Coming forward here, I'll take you to the helm. We've got 3 really nice helm seats here. It's powered by a twin Volvo IPS 650s. So you've got joystick docking for easy maneuvering. You could dock this boat by yourself. I do it all the time. It's also got a bow thruster, which is an option. You don't need it, but it is a nice little thing to have in those tricky situations when the weather's getting a little nasty and it's kind of windy out. Gives you just a little bit of extra confidence in your maneuverability. Up here we've got a really large sunbed. It's awesome when you're at anchor, you hang out here. You could be up here underway too. We've got really high gunnels, so you're gonna feel safe when you're walking around the boat. You've got an additional, covering the anchor locker here, you've got a nice seating arrangement. You can seat 2 people here, hang out, have a couple drinks. If you look back of the boat too, you've got a great view when you're up on the bow. Let's go downstairs, I'll show you the cabin. I think this is gonna surprise you. Oh, excuse us. Yeah, one of the really cool features on this boat is you got this extra large cabin. You're not going to find this on many boats in the 45-foot range. So you've got a nice little island berth here. And we've added an optional bulkhead here so you can have a little bit of separation. If you step in here, I'll walk you in. You've got 2 extra berths here. And a really smart design that Pardo added was this cutout here under the helm. So when you're sitting in the bed, you can sit up without smashing your head into the roof. Sometimes we've got a couple customers who've optioned this with a wine cooler. So if you're a wino, you can put 12 bottles in there. And if you go back out to the other cabin, another nice feature on this boat is you've got a head here, and it's also got an optional, well, it's actually not an option, standard on the Pardo 43. You've got a separate shower stall. So if you're spending a weekend on the boat, you've got the ability to shower and not get the whole bathroom wet, which is really nice. It's a nice feature to have.
All right, guys, so that is it for this video. We are now wrapped up at the 2025 New York Boat Show. I saw some really, really crazy boats. I mean, one of them was $2 million, which is like a house, so that's crazy. One day I will be purchasing one of these boats, but until then, y'all keep supporting the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the boats. Drop a comment, let me know which boat was your favorite. And next time, if there's anything else that y'all want to see, let me know. Until next time, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.